Greetings. Here we are again. Thank you for tuning in. And this video is all about manifestors, being a manifestor. And what does that mean? I felt it was necessary to make this presentation as a form of informing, which is a key strategy for manifestors. And here, manifestor, I'm referring to the human design manifestor, which is the aura type. And this is my particular aura type, is manifestor. There are a few others. There's in total 4. The generators, the manifesting generators, the manifestors, the projectors, and the reflectors, the rarest. Very fascinating. Now, there's so much information on human design online. I invite you to look into it. You can look into Jovian Archive to find your particular aura type based on your birth time data. And what you'll find is some information about what your particular aura is meant to, how it's meant to operate, what your strategy is, what your natural self is versus your not self. It'll inform you as to what it is that you desire. For example, generators desire excitement, and manifestors seek to experience peace. And I believe reflectors desire to experience, is it surprise? And also projectors seek success. Now, I'm not the most, I'm not the human design expert here, but I have looked into it quite a bit. And suffice to say that I can inform you, which is a part of how I'm meant to operate in order to create that peace and to also manifest. Now, manifesting in this regard is not the same as a lot of the current modern manifesting law of attraction techniques and tools. And in fact, a lot of modern day business success and business tools, and even Nike's slogan, just do it, is something that I think has been leading people in the modern day industries of success and business and career, upward movement, and so on and so forth. From what I've gathered from talking to others who are educated in this space and my own explorations, is that manifestors are naturally the ones that are designed to just do it. That is to say, to initiate without any without asking for permission, essentially, to receive a clear guidance inwardly first and foremost, and to then initiate. And that initiation then impacts the field and impacts others who then respond to that initiation, either by being magnetized and attracted or being repulsed and repelled. And it's an interesting, I think, dynamic to explore and to understand, because as you explore this for yourself and learn about your type, you'll come to see why perhaps you get into conflicts with certain individuals, and why certain individuals, you might have a certain tendency to want to either control or to get into conflicts with, why certain individuals might get tired more easily, and why some seem to have non-stop energy, and it just kind of is just not, it doesn't have a clear direction, and yet that energy needs to move. So a lot of this is about energy dynamics, the aura, and how it relates to individuals as sovereign individuals, because that's how I see us, as sovereign beings that are in embodiment, and how it is that we can navigate this so-called reality, whether you think of it as a matrix, the simulation as some call it, or just the field, right? The field of this energetic reality. I want to just share that being a manifester is indeed a it is not easy. It is challenging. Over the last few years, I have come to acknowledge and recognize how much suppressed rage and anger there has been in my system, to the point that my neurological, my physiology neurologically is very well. You can see I kind of make a lot of facial um, kind of expressions, and so physiologically there's still a lot of emotional charge, I believe, in my system from just over the years. And now I'm writing this because for those of you who are interested in collaborating, communicating, connecting, being in touch, and drawn, or even for those who are repulsed and repelled and are kind of having a negative reaction, I just want you to be aware that it is likely in large part due to this aura. And this aura thing is not, it is not either this modern trend of like, oh, they have aura, hashtag aura. um, you can think of it more as like a similar to our biological structures. That's something that you just can't fake or change. It just is the way it is. Well, although nowadays I guess you could with cyborg parts and a lot of the modern day what is it, epigenetic supplements and all that to modify yourself. But let's just say you leave yourself as you are, no modifications, just kind of as part of the package of how you came. And it's intentional. I believe it's intentional. Our soul or spirit or our essence, if you are seeing it from that perspective, chooses to have a certain experience, unless of course you consider karma. But nonetheless, I still see it from a point of view of it serves a purpose, in other words. And so instead of seeing it as a curse or a detriment or a hardship, you can start to embrace your nature, embrace the way you are, and live by that structure. Navigate your life according to what is natural to you, right? Instead of fighting against it, instead of feeling ashamed for the way you are, and celebrating who you are, because who you are is beautiful. There's nothing wrong with your nature, who you are. It's perfect. So here I am just talking about myself a bit to inform my audience, you, and to help you understand that there are certain things about being a manifestor that make it difficult to sometimes navigate life, mainly in the sense that initiations that come through from what we could call the divine or spirit, or from just nature itself, are very we could say spontaneous, unpredictable, unplanned. There's not a rigid schedule like your 9 to 5 or 7 days a week. It's all intuitive. It's all intuitive, meaning not the mind, not thoughts, but it's body based. It's body wisdom. It's listening and feeling and sensing moment by moment.